Hello yogis, welcome to Happy Yoga Life channel. Please subscribe below and like and comment and share with more people. Without further ado, please grab a mat. Let's start the practice. Sit comfortably, just check in with your body. Put your hands on the knees or thighs. You can wiggle your body and start to feel the existence of your body. And then gently close your eyes if that's available to you. Start to notice your breath. Notice if you have any thoughts coming in. Just recognize if there's any thoughts. Invite your thoughts to be on a piece of cloud and floating away with the cloud. Just observe your own body and observe your own mind. For today's practice, we take two versions of ourselves. One version is the actor. The actor does things, perform things, do things. And another version of the self is the observer. Just observe without judgment. Observe your body. If there's any tension anywhere, relax it. The observer you is the awareness you. Start to also observe your emotions. Are you feeling comfort? Are you feeling peace? Now start to deepen your breath. Just deepen than your normal breath. Observe your belly expand, chest expand when you inhale. Observe your belly and chest melt inward when you exhale. Now deepen even more of your breath. The next inhale all the way to the crown of your head and just hold for 1, 2, and then exhale completely. Do that 2 more times. Notice the pause between your inhale and exhale. That pause. Now start to observe your own breath on the exhale, and then pause, and then to inhale. Pause on the complete exhale, and then inhale, and then exhale completely. Pause a little longer. Observe it. Do one more complete exhale, pause, and inhale on your own. And now we start to breathe in and then pause, breathe out and pause. So do that at your own pace, 5 breaths. Do as comfortably as you want, as you can. Lengthen your breath as much as you are comfortable. Extend your pause as much as you're comfortable. When you finish your 5 complete breaths, return to your normal breathing. Just take a moment. And then put your palms together in front of your heart. Just feeling the existence of your heartbeat. Observe it. Let's take this moment to set an intention for today's practice. An intention that is to release emotion. Whatever emotion you intend to release, you can simply say, I release your intention. So feeling that intention. I release stress, for example. I release anxiety. I release sadness. Just pick whatever suits you right now. If you're happy, you can also say, I release my joy. You can release that joy to the world. Now release your hands back to your knees and gently open your eyes. So first, let's come to And the butterfly pose. So put your soles of feet together. Let your knees fall away from each other. So keep a block handy just to support the forehead. So this is yin yoga. So we're going to hold the pose for 3 to 6 minutes. Be very relaxed. So you can even round your spine because we're not straining anything. Just make sure you have enough support. So just get into that butterfly pose, reach your hand forward, and just simply being. You can even take a deeper inhale, observe your body. Your body respond to your breath. Observe your lower back. Observe your upper back. On the exhale, relax your entire body, especially where you observe any tension. If you have the block supporting your forehead, maybe this is a good time to experiment. See if you can lower down the block height. And how does that lowered support offer you the sensation? Every exhale, repeat your intention. I release. I let go. If you feel very relaxed, now you can even lower down your support and observe your body. Do you have strong sensations of your hips, your upper back, or your shoulders, or maybe lower back expansion, or maybe even your inner thigh? Now slowly use your palms to push on the floor, gently come up. So slow, so gentle. Give your body time to transition. And keep putting your palms behind your buttocks, maybe your palms, fingers facing forward, and lift your chest. And if your neck is okay, let your head go back. And then slowly come back to center. Now put your block away. And we come to the knees. We do the cow face pose. So come to your knees and then put your right knee over the left. So right leg over the left. And then slowly sit back. And both sit bones are on the floor. This can be a very intense stretch for the outer hips. So for me, I like to sit with a prop, but I may be able to lower down after. So do whatever you feel comfortable. And we simply sit here, both sit bones on the floor. You can put right hand on right knee, left hand on right hand. Relax your shoulders. And stay here for 2 minutes each side. Gently close your eyes. Now be your observer. Observe your breath. Now release your palms to the floor and walk your palms or fingertips forward. Start to melt your chest to your thighs and to your knees. And then finally, maybe your forearms are on the floor. And then chin to your right knee. Release your head and neck. Just be relaxed. If you're very flexible, then reach your palms forward. You can extend your arms straight out. Maybe you can even fold further. Your entire chest land on your right thigh. Whatever makes you comfortable. It's not the goal to reach and push the boundary. It's to just stay right at the boundary. You can take a conscious breath. Inhale. Then observe the sensation of your body. Then respond to that inhale. As you exhale, release tension, and observe your body. Very gently use the palms, pressing on the floor. Just to slowly get yourself up. Head come up last. And as your palms still on the floor, shift your weight forward, come to your knees. And then change sides, put your left leg over your right. So your left knee on top of right. And then sit back. And for this side, it's a little harder. Right, left palm on left thigh, left knee, right palm on left palm. Just stay here, simply observe. Relax your left knee, relax your left hip. Relax your shoulders. Observe if there's any tension in your body. Maybe even when you shift your weight tiny bit, shift left and right to your sit bones. Observe that. Now release your palms onto the floor. Start to fold forward, chest toward your left thigh. Forearms on the floor. Release your head and neck. Recognize if there's any asymmetric sensation of your left and right hip. If there's tension on the exhale, release it. Just say, I release. And slowly push your palms on the floor and come back to center. And release your legs. Slowly. And let your legs be wide. So sit wide-legged. We'll do wide-legged forward fold. So use your props to support your forehead. If you can't all the way go to the floor with your forehead. So I usually put a block and then prop up my bolster and then fold forward from here. So palms on the floor. You can adjust anytime. And we will stay here for extended time for 5 minutes. So be sure you're very, very comfortable. Only when you're comfortable you can release any stress and any tension. Observe your body, especially around your legs, maybe your inner thigh, maybe your hamstring. Now you can experiment, lower down your props just by a little bit, see how you feel. Now, if you feel bored because it's quiet, just observe your mind. And maybe you can lower down your props, get a little deeper. Now take a few breaths and observe it. Observe how your body responds to your inhale and how your body responds to your exhale. Let your breath be long and gentle. And then lastly, push your hands, slowly come up, super slow, because we are here for 5 minutes. Our muscles are very relaxed, and so as our connective tissue is lengthened. Now use your hand to bend your knees one at a time, because your connective tissue is lengthened. It's very sensitive. And then let's come to Sphinx pose. So come to your belly. And for the Sphinx pose, just be very gentle. You can put your elbow directly under your shoulders, or if you want to be very gentle, push it even further so it's not as strenuous. Your belly is completely on the floor. You can put a block to support your forehead. Nothing to do, just be gentle. You probably observed your lower back expansion from that wide-legged forward fold. Observe your lower back. Now, if you wish, you can get your lower back under your shoulders if you're not there. So it deepens your lower back compression. But make sure it's very gentle. You can just look forward. You can relax your neck into your shoulders. There's nothing to hold up. You can stay here for the next minute, or if you want to try, bend your knees one at a time. Just let your lower leg hang out there and sense your lower back compression. This is a back bend. Observe your body with one deepened breath. How does your body feel when you inhale? And how does it respond when you exhale? And then lower down your legs and stay here for one more moment. And then slowly lower down your forehead to your forearms. So just stay here. We give it a moment to the lower back. And then put your palms under your shoulders, tuck the back toes, and then shift to child's pose. So this child's pose, get your knees as wide as your mat, and then the big toes touch. Extend your arms forward, and then forehead on the floor. If this is too much for you, you can pad something under your buttocks, between your buttocks and your calf muscles. That will
release some tension of your knees. Otherwise, you can just sit back on your heels, melt your chest toward the floor. And then slowly push yourself up to all fours. And then for the next step, put your right foot forward. So we come to low lunge. So just hinge your hips forward and back a few times. And then sink your hips forward. We'll stay in low lunge for 2 minutes each side. So you don't have to be holding up. Simply relax here, put your palms onto the floor. You can directly just look at your right big toe. Untuck your back toe so your back foot, top of your left foot is on the floor. And make sure your knees are padded if it's not soft ground. And also make sure your right knee does not pass your ball of foot. So hopefully it's straight right knee on top of your right ankle. This is all to protect your knees. And now you shift your weight back. We come to hamstring stretch. So you shift your palms to the back. And now your right leg is straight. Your right toes are toward the ceilings. And if you're okay, stay here. For some people, it might even work better if you shift your buttocks all the way to the back, sit on your left heel, and then fold forward your torso toward your right knee. So whichever version you choose, we stay here. So it might not be so comfortable if you can't sit on your left heel. So you can sit inside of your left heel and fold forward. You do this only if you don't have any knee problem. Okay. And now slowly prop yourself up and shift your weight forward. Come to low lunge once more. And then step your right foot back. Now we change sides. Step your left foot forward. Left knee on top of left ankle. Shift your hips forward and back a few times. And then come to still on the forward and the low lunge. Just sink your hips toward the mat, feeling that expansion of your right hip flexor. Relax your shoulders and chest. Observe your right hip flexor. And now slowly shift your buttocks back. You can use your palms to push yourself into half split. You can, if you did half split on the other side, you can do half split on this side. Or if you want, you can all the way sit your buttocks back down to the mat. So you're folding your right leg and then fold your chest forward toward your left knee, left thigh. Your left toes are toward the ceiling, palms onto the floor. Feeling your left hamstring. Your connective tissues will lengthen only if your muscles are relaxed. To relax your muscles, you need to be comfortable in a posture. So make sure you're comfortable. You're not in the fight or flight mode. You're in a very safe mode. Now slowly shift your buttocks up and forward. Come back to low lunge. Just stay here for one moment. And then step your left foot back to all fours. Let's do a few cat and cow to release some tension of the lower back. Just observe your lower back. And then tuck the toes behind, come to downward dog. So downward dog is another good posture for release the lower back tension. You can step your dog left and right. And next we're going to pigeon pose. So step your right foot to the base of left wrist and then get your right knee toward your right wrist, lower down your left knee. So this is a very relaxed yin pose. So do whatever you need to support. So I'm going to get myself a pillow to support my buttocks, or you can simply roll to the side as long as you can get sensation of hip opening on the right side at this moment. So put your forearm on the floor and just simply lay forward and put your forehead onto your forearms. We'll stay here 3 minutes each side, so 3 minutes from now. Make sure very comfortable. There shouldn't be any pain or strain. If you have intense stretch, that's okay. Now be the observer. Observe your body and observe your mind. Is your mind wandering around? And invite your mind to come back to the present moment. Now start to deepen your breath. Observe your body respond to your deepened inhale and lengthened exhale. Now gently bring your head up and then come to your palms. So put your palms onto the floor. Just stay here for a moment. And then slowly lift your hips up. And then step your right foot back. Come to child's pose for a moment. And then come to all fours. Tuck your toes and press to downward dog. Now step your dog left and right. Observe your left hip and right hip. And then step your left foot forward. We do the other side of Pigeon Pose. Lower down your right knee, untuck the right toes. And then just get into your left pigeon. Maybe you can pad your left hip, or you can simply roll to the side if that's comfortable for you. It's not a requirement to square the hips in this pose in the Yin Yoga. And we'll stay here 3 minutes from now. Simply melt your chest toward the floor, toward your left thigh. Now take 3 conscious breaths. Longer inhale and longer exhale. Observe your body respond to your inhale and respond to your exhale. and repeat your intention. I release. I let go. I release. I let go of. Slowly put your palms on the floor and prop up your chest. So stay here. And then tuck the back toes. Step your left foot back to downward dog. Or just step your dog left and right. Observe your left and right hip. And then slowly come to your knees. And get to your back. And for this time, we simply put feet on the floor and then lift the right foot, grab the outside of your right foot and put your right shoulder inside of your right knee. So inside. So your right knee going toward outside of your armpits. Now once you're here, you can stay here or straighten your left leg. And that might feel intense. It's a very intense hip opening. We'll stay here just 1 minute each side. You can put left hand on left front thigh. Just make sure you're comfortable. This is also called half baby. Now let your right knee go toward the right. So put your hand just on your right foot or right calf muscle. So turn your right thigh outward. Yeah, we're opening the inner right thigh, right hip. If you're able to, you can just grab the right foot and straighten it completely toward the right. So it will be straight-legged if that's available to you. If not, bend your right knee as much as you can. Feeling your left hip relaxing and opening. And then slowly turn your right foot back to center and lower down your right foot. Now bend your left knee. So keep your both feet on the floor first, and then lift your left leg grab the outer edge of your left foot, but then your left knee is outside of your elbow and upper arm. So just hang there first and then slowly straighten your right leg. So your right heel on the floor. And that opens your inner left thigh, inner left hip, and right front hip. Observe your left hip and relax your right hip. And then slowly lower down your left leg toward the mat. So your left hand is maybe holding your left ankle. If you can straighten your left leg entirely to get a straight-legged side, then do that. But otherwise, keep your left knee bent. And then slowly come back to center and straighten your left leg for Shavasana. Never skip Shavasana. You can put a bolster under your knees for more comfort. Release the lower back tension. Can sit any way you want for your Shavasana. Once you're comfortable, gently close your eyes. Release any tension you have in your body. And repeat your intention 3 times in your heart. I release. I release. I release. Please stay here for 5 or 10 more minutes. And please be gentle to yourself when you come out of Shavasana. Thank you so much for being here, offering the presence for each other. Presence is always the best gift. I wish you well. I wish you happy. Sending you love and light from my heart to yours. Namaste.